Good night and welcome to Benalmádena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week news. City Council continues to work making the municipality more accessible, and this week we visited the works being carried out at the Carvajal Beach, whose main access is undergoing an intense reform.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, and Beaches Councilwoman Encarnación Cortés visit Carvajal Beach on Tuesday, where improvement and accessibility works are being carried out on the main access ramp. Navas highlighted the value of the area and explained that the action will be used to improve the lighting and add new furniture.
Estáis viendo el desarrollo de la obra y, bueno, qué deciros.
With this project, we are adding value to one of Benalmádena's most important beaches that has always been difficult to access due to the need to use stairs or an underpass with a very steep ramp. The works will consist on the creation of a promenade path made of wooden decking and cobblestones, which will extend for 200 meters and which will allow anyone, including those with reduced mobility, to access this beach comfortably. We will also plant more than 40 trees of various species in the area, as well as a new lighting network that will also contribute to adding value to this beach. Cortés spoke about the current access to the beach and reviewed the evolution of the project.
This
project includes the creation of a ramp that will cross the entire slope located before the arrival at Carvajal Beach, a pleasant walkway that will be accessible to pushchairs and wheelchairs. Until now, access to this beach was only possible by vehicle via an underpass or by very steep stairs, making it inaccessible for people with reduced mobility. With this project, we continue to make progress towards our goal of making all Benalmádena's beaches accessible. Finally, the councilwoman highlighted the acquisition of new adapted material as well as new lifeguard and toilet modules. The work has an investment of 260,000 euros and a completion period of 3 months from a grant which also includes the purchase of equipment for Benalmádena's adapted beaches such as amphibians for adults and children, which we hope will be available for use next Easter. In addition, we are also going to change the latest lifeguard and toilet modules so that they all have a uniform aesthetics, and we will acquire new showers, foot baths and benches, contributing to improving the image and services of our beaches for next summer.
For several years, City Hall has been carrying out various interventions to rearrange and beautify the surroundings of the bull ring. Last week, they presented painting works carried out on the facade of the infrastructure.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, and urban planning councilwoman María Isabel Ruiz held a press conference at the bull ring of Benalmádena village, where painting and beautification work was recently being carried out.
Estamos encantados con los trabajos de adecentamiento.
We are satisfied with the result of these works. We have painted the facade, enhancing the environment, and placed bollards to prevent cars from parking on the pavement. New parking spaces have also been created in the old municipal nursery. This square is an iconic space in the municipality, located precisely at the main entrance to Benalmádena Pueblo, and we have improved its aesthetics with a wider entrance to the village sport center, as well as creating new landscape areas. The bull ring was declared a ruin by municipal technicians on 2010, making it impossible to open it now as a cultural space, as proposed by some opposition parties. The structural reforms necessary to overcome its ruin would require an investment of 3 million euros. Now we have other priorities like creating new public car parks, remodeling roads or housing developments. Navas highlighted the ideas competition proposed to choose the new use of the building and find the most economical way to carry out the reforms.
Hay que ponerlo en valor porque entendemos que son iconos culturales.
Our desire is to refurbish the bull ring in the future, creating a new space for cultural use, but we will do this through a competition of ideas. This will offer us alternatives to reduce the cost of the works, maintaining the current aesthetics on the facade and creating interior spaces for cultural uses. It will not only determine the use, but also the architectural solutions that will serve to give new value to this bull ring at the lowest possible cost. It was never the intention of this government team to demolish the bull ring, and we continue to work to enhance its value. This entrance to Benalmádena Pueblo is much more elegant and dignified than it was a few years ago, matching the image of a tourist town like ours. For her part, Ruiz reviewed the various works that have been carried out to improve the surroundings and report on the budget for the action. The painting and tidying up work was carried out last December. In addition to painting and repairing the facade, we have also repaired the roof tiles of the building. With this work, we have completed the renovation of the area around the main entrance to Benalmádena Pueblo, which began with the remodeling of the road to La Fuentezuela and the improvement of the entrance to the sports center and the cemetery. The work had an investment of approximately 70,000 euros.
The Arroyo de la Miel Secondary School received an institutional visit last week that served to highlight the value of the extension works being carried out at the center, which was in dire need of new classrooms.
The Deputy Mayor and Education Councilman Pablo Centella and Town Planning Councilwoman Marisabel Ruiz visit the Arroyo de la Miel Institute, where they received the Provincial Delegate for Educational Development of the Junta de Andalucía, Miguel Briones, who took them on a tour of the center, which is undergoing extension works. Centella stressed the educational needs of the municipality, putting the government team at the delegate's disposal.
Estamos en la mañana de hoy recibiendo.
Today, we accompany the Delegate for Educational Development, Miguel Briones, on this visit to the beginning of the extension works of IES Arroyo de la Miel, whose license was given in 2019. Institutional collaboration is essential to work for the benefit of the citizens, and this is a specific case of education in Benalmádena, which is saturated and in need of new infrastructure such as this extension or the new primary and secondary schools to solve the overcrowding currently suffered by the centers of the municipality. For his part, Briones expressed his gratitude for the reception and highlighted the importance of this work.
Agradecer al Ayuntamiento de Benalmádena.
The works at IES Arroyo de la Miel have started on time, and I hope that they will progress at a good pace to house the new training courses next year. The expansion of IES Arroyo de la Miel is part of the Educational Infrastructure Plan of the Ministry of Educational Development and Vocational Training, which is implemented through the Andalusian Public Agency for Education and has European co-funding through the ERF operational program. I want to thank both councillors for their reception and availability. Briones also spoke about the good progress of the work, which he hopes will continue at a good pace and meet the deadlines.
El total de inversión representa unos 15 millones y medio.
The works will respond to the high demand for schooling in the center by creating new spaces for training cycles. Thus, 2 buildings will be built attached to the current one as an extension to it, which will house the commercial activities and the tourist guide programs, information and assistance. The regional ministry has invested almost 1 million euros, and the works have a completion period of 9 months from the start. In total, the new spaces will add 1,307.78 square meters to the school.
Benalmádena continues to work improving sustainability. And now the Environment Department is going to acquire new containers for organic material thanks to a grant that will also serve to create campaigns informing on their use.
The Environment Councilman Joaquín Villazón held a press conference last week to highlight the award of a grant to Benalmádena for the purchase of new containers for organic waste, identifiable by their characteristic brown color, as well as for the development of awareness campaigns. Villazón highlighted the goal behind the campaign and broke down the items.
El motivo de esta rueda de prensa informar
The goal of this aid is the introduction of the brown container in Benalmádena, and within the subsidy 10,000 euros are earmarked for the creation of information campaigns to explain to the public what types of waste should be deposited in them and how they differ from the grey containers. The councilman, who was accompanied by the area's technician, Patricia Velasco, emphasized the great work being done by the council to obtain subsidies and thanked the technicians for their efforts and dedication.
El objetivo es la implantación del contenedor marrón.
All this action is being carried out at zero cost to the town hall, thanks to the work carried out by municipal technicians to obtain European funds. The installation of the brown bins in Benalmádena represents an environmental improvement by transforming waste into a resource and improving selective collection. Finally, Villazón explained the difference between the usual grey bins and the new brown bins, which are mainly used for organic food waste.
Lo que sí hay que alabar es que todo esto lo estamos.
The brown containers are intended for the deposit of organic waste from food and kitchen waste, as well as plant waste such as flower branch, grass, weeds, and pruning. Waste such as ceramic objects, nappies, cigarette butts, chewing gum, wipes, or pet litter should not be deposited in the brown bins.
The Christmas period was full of activities in our municipality, and last week the delegation of festivities made a positive balance, thanking all those involved in the organization and highlighting the high attendance.
Festivities Councilwoman Pilar Ramírez spoke with the media last week to take stock of the events and celebrations organized during the Christmas period. Ramírez began by stressing that the balance is very positive thanks to the success of participation and the smooth development of the events.
Pasada nuestra Navidad,
I have to make a very positive assessment. We are very satisfied with how everything has developed during these festivities, with a great success of participation and very good results in all the activities. The festivities kicked off on December 1st with the inauguration of the Christmas lights, a very careful and painstaking job of decorating the streets and avenues. The Councilwoman reviewed the evolution of the calendar of events, talking about the Christmas market and the arrival of the Three Kings.
Comenzamos el mes de diciembre, el día 1, con la
We also inaugurated the municipal nativity scene, Christmas market and Christmas village, all contributing to beautifying the image of the municipality and creating a festive atmosphere in the streets. The crowning touch was the visit of the three wise men on January 5th with a wonderful parade full of emotion in which there was no shortage of gifts or the distribution of up to 11,000 kilos of sweets. She also highlighted the wide range of activities organized during this magical month, which have delighted young and old alike.
Han sido más de un mes cargado de
It has been a program of activities that last over a month, filling our streets with magic and joy, both in the village, on the coast and Arroyo de la Miel. Parades, games, musical theater, big snowfalls. We have also included novelties such as the Tardeo, get together to say goodbye to the year, and a New Year's Eve party that we really enjoy in the Plaza de la Mezquita, which was completely packed with residents. The program also includes traditional events such as the Christmas concert by the Municipal Music Band, the Certamen de Pastorales, and the Zambomba Flamenca. Ramírez expressed her gratitude to all those involved in the organization of the events, as well as to the local residents for their support.
una Navidad vivida intensamente.
In short, a Christmas lived intensely in which we share great moments with the family, and we are already working on the planning of the next festivities. I want to thank all the people involved in the organization of all the events, as well as all the entities that help.
And these are today's headlines. Accessibility works on the beach of Carvajal. The Bull Ring gets a facelift. Miguel Briones visits Arroyo de la Miel Secondary School. the brown beans arrive to Benalmádena. Ramirez gives a positive assessment of the Christmas period. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with predominantly partly cloudy skies, with temperatures unchanged or slightly decreasing, with a minimum of 5 degrees and a maximum of 13. Winds from the north decreasing in the afternoon, with intervals of variable direction on the coast. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.